right. So, hello, lovely ladies. Hello, hello,
Good
hello.
morning. Good morning.
I am not in the awful weather. How is everybody else? Are we safe? Are we good? No
Is
awful.
it awful still there?
Yeah, in New England is getting slammed. We had some rough weather last week, but nothing bad.
Ooh.
And what am I asking you for? You're in Florida,
I
lady.
am. It's little like it's cold
Lady.
here this morning, but it's sunny. It's beautiful.
Okay, next question. So much for that. Well, I'm glad everybody's doing well. Glad everybody's doing well. So, as a quick reminder, we are Women Talk Fierce. I'm Tammy, Nikki, and
Keira.
Keira. We are three women, three stages of life, motherhood, business, and a roller coaster of laughs, lessons, and loud opinions. And I'm thinking today we're going to have a true crime podcast because I think we're going to have to get Nikki's husband because, I think he's hovering around her and I won't be able to talk freely. What do you think? Just
Agreed.
at the moment. She's muted.
I'm agreeing.
All right, so we're all in agreement. So, for the conversation today, I know, Kira, you're looking forward to it.
I love this topic.
It is the
It's a
betrayal
good one. It's a good
plot.
one.
It's a
So,
good one.
I'm going to start out with, and since Kira is ready to go, who shocked you the most in business? Friend, partner, or client?
It was a client. It was a client, and unfortunately, I cannot say too much because I am on an NDA. But it was a client, and we
Buzzkill.
had
I was waiting for the juice right there.
Well,
You just
I
killed it.
thought we had a great relationship. I mean, I truly thought it was a great relationship. And I realized after it ended that it wasn't a relationship at all. It was literally just like a business transaction. And if you know me, you both know when I get close to somebody, I'm close to you. I'm very loyal to you.
Right.
And I feel like for me, business and building those relationships, it's not just like one and done and you're gone. Like if I cared about you once, I care about what you have going on in your business.
Building that,
I
those,
want,
yeah,
yeah,
building those relationships.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I want to see it succeed. I want to see you grow. I still want to see you just thrive in that. And so I was quite shocked and quite hurt, and I definitely felt betrayed. There was I mean, a lot of feelings of
Now,
betrayal.
I will ask a question though, because it is a fine line. So,
Yes.
and when I mean fine line, as that's why I always suggest to be very careful who you bring in your world as a client, because it can honestly make or break you one way or the other.
Yep.
So, I have, personally had friend, partner, and client kind of, fall under the
Yes.
same, arena of doing something. However, when it comes to a client, I think it's tougher because you want to pour into that person. You want to, and you do feel the relationships build.
You do.
However, that's who you are. That not is not necessarily who they are. So they may see a give and take relationship as a take and take because I'm paying you.
That's right. Exactly that.
So, and I think as coaches, anybody who wants to give of themselves and pour in, give so freely,
Yeah.
almost expecting the same back, and that just is not always the case.
Yeah. And for me, I am a giving person. I'm a caring person. I'm a loving person. I'm an empath, which also makes me sensitive. And
Right,
so for me, my heart is different than a lot of other people's, where I can get attached very, very easily. Not everybody is like that.
right.
And so I think it really, for me, while it was absolutely devastating, and I look back on it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so hurt. And there was some trauma response for me in that whole experience. But when I look back on it, I'm like, it really was the best thing. And I learned so much through that. And I do think it strengthened me and toughened me up some. So it was definitely a needed experience.
Did it change your how you dealt with clients in the future?
1000%.
What changed? I
1000.
want to know. I really want to know what changed.
Well, first of all, I'm very upfront, very transparent. Like, yes, I am a solopreneur, but it is very likely that there is somebody helping me in my business who might just see your emails. they might just see it. And it's completely confidential. They know not to take my stuff and go to the outside world. Just like if I were in your stuff, I'm not going to take it and go to the outside
Right.
world.
Right.
So I am very, number one, I'm very, very upfront about that. Number two, I don't, I don't think I get as attached. Like I go into it as a business transaction and I don't get as personal. Like we had already started, Tammy. Sorry, you still got the personal side of me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
new clients,
That ship had sailed.
yeah, that ship has
Yeah.
sailed. That ship has definitely sailed
Now that's
where
when Nikki interjects.
yeah, yeah, like I don't really care to know everything you're doing in your day, or I don't care. Like I rather just let's talk about the business and let's grow the business. And
Right.
if it happens and they prove that like they want a friendship, it has to be initiated on that side. I'm not trying to
100%.
build that
I
friendship.
will say with that though, I am probably more jaded than both of
Mhm.
you because I've been around a little bit longer and had, probably maybe a few more clients at this stage of the game because I'm 20 years older. So I had your experiences and I think I definitely put up a guard. But what I do find is when I come across people like you or Nikki, I do allow myself to let the guard down. However, I'm always making sure that I'm still pouring into you guys as much as I can, as much as you allow, as much as you want. However, I do still find myself being very careful of I won't just call you out of the blue because I want to respect your time. I
Right.
won't just, sometimes I send a bunch of emails, but that's just when I'm working. I don't expect you to respond. So
Right.
I try to be very strategic in my expectations. Now, I'm always happy to have the calls, but as far as how I act, I want to make sure I'm
Yes.
respecting the boundaries and I'm allowing that relationship to form naturally. And that gives me an idea of who the person is. If
Yes,
they push
and
back or get
they didn't.
insulted, I know exactly where I'm going, which
Yes.
direction.
And so that's another thing, Tammy, is that while I did like initiate like a friendship, they pushed the boundaries. So where it was like work for me Monday through
Right.
Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. I will call you and it doesn't matter because you work for me and I'm paying you.
Which
Now
is,
I
yeah,
don't answer the phone.
right. Which is definitely a
Me
boundary
either.
that you had to
Yeah.
set 100%.
Me either.
Yeah. And I did have to learn that from that client. So there was definitely an unhealthy it was definitely an unhealthy working relationship. And so I really, really learned a lot. And I took away a lot. And I also for for months after I had this insecurity over me where I was like, I felt stunted in my business
Yeah.
because I was afraid to work with people
Right.
because of
Yeah. I think
what
that's
happened in
really
the
real.
relationship.
I think that's really real. But
Yeah.
it's a tougher experience to know that you can only control you. You were hurt by somebody,
Yep.
but you can only control you and, set those boundaries. I think I went far to the opposite end and was so guarded I let nobody in for
Yeah.
quite a while. So it was really a
Yeah.
pullback of finding that place where, okay, I've been here. I know how the game goes. I know how these, I can sense, I know, I interact. I'm very aware of who I can be more giving of myself. And I think that comes with experience. But I think you need to remember that that wasn't about you.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was about them.
Yeah.
I think
And
it's the
I
mindset
struggle with
too
that.
of being an employee
Hmm.
instead of a contractor.
Hmm. Yeah, and I think that's it. Like we forget that these are our businesses, and I had just gotten so ingrained and was so into that I forgot. Like this is my business. I get to make the rules here, right?
Exactly.
And it felt so stifling that I did shut everybody out for a long time, Tammy.
Yeah. I think that's just
I
a
did.
normal react. Like you
Hmm.
mentioned, trauma reaction. I think it is. I think, and mine went to another degree where don't come near me or you're going to feel my wrath.
Yeah, like
So
I
that
was
wasn't
so
healthy
insecure.
either. That's not healthy
Yeah.
either.
Yeah,
That
because for
has
me,
to
it was
be
an
a balance.
insecurity of like, oh my
Right.
gosh, what did I do so wrong when I felt like I worked my freaking ass off
When it has nothing to do with you.
and it had so little to do with me. And in fact, when I look back on it, I think it had a lot of I don't want to say that it was a image thing, but I think a lot of it was an image thing.
Sure.
And I think that I just was not a reflection
Yeah,
of
I
the
get
brand.
it. I understand 100%. I get that completely. I will say that for me, and I have people who will actually, stand up for me and kind of say this to people. I have done a lot for a lot of people,
Yeah.
a ton of people that I've interacted with over my life. Helped businesses, contributed, charities, I've helped a lot of business owners, never expecting any. These weren't paid
Yeah.
clients. These were just people that I wanted to help.
Just help.
And I have been, unfortunately, either taken advantage of or it didn't work out the
Yeah.
way that we thought it would. However, never once did I regret my actions of giving.
Yeah.
So the fact that you were who you are,
Yeah.
and that's all you can be comfortable with, and really know that I've done what's good for me and I feel great about it. And, I'm moving on. Life's great, all's well. And I think it's
Absolutely.
important to
It takes
know
time to
that
get there, right?
it takes time to get there, but the
Yeah.
fact that,
Because I was angry.
I've got to go to sleep with myself at night. I've
Yeah.
got to make sure that, for me and my family, that I feel like I am the person who gave without expecting, even if there should have been something. I gave without expecting, never regret it, still don't ever regret it, even though I guess in layman's terms, you can say I was screwed several times over. But
Yeah.
I don't regret it. That's not on me.
That's me too.
That's on them.
That's me too. Like I
Their
tried.
karma. It's not my karma.
That's it. I tried. I did everything I
Hard.
absolutely could.
Exactly.
And I was angry. You guys, I was angry. I will be the
And
first to admit for
yes.
a very long time, I was angry. Like I would see these people on my feed and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just, like,
Angry turns to resentment,
yeah,
turns just kind of consuming you. So that's
yeah.
why
Well,
that's the best way to just let
yeah.
it go and know that this was about me being a good person. I did what I thought was right because they weren't who they should have been. That's on them.
And on the other foot too, I also had to take the like woo is me out of it, right? Because I was like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, you did this to me
Right.
at the
Then,
worst time
yeah,
of my life.
yeah,
And how crappy are you as a person? When
right.
in reality, I don't need to be judging them at all. That is on you.
That,
And
yeah,
it had very little to do with me too. So like they didn't do it to me. It's a thing that happened. It
yeah,
happened. Now let it go.
absolutely. And just again, no, it's not about you. How about
Yeah.
you, Nikki? Now that we've kind of taken the conversation over, how about you?
Oh, good. Mine was a coach.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Kira knows who I'm talking about.
is this something where somebody had taken advantage of you financially or just taken advantage of you emotionally?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Both. So it was
How
like
did that,
after the contract was done, it was who you?
did
Yeah.
you see that coming? Did you feel the
No.
same way Kara did? Did you feel like you were friends?
No, but I felt like they were there to help. But once it was done and over with, it was like, who you?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's it. After they stop paying you, that's it. Or
Mhm.
after you stop paying them, that's it.
If
Yep.
they,
That's
I think it's
exactly.
people who are looking for constantly getting a benefit for them only. That's just going to be how they
Yeah.
operate. And
And
again,
you'll see that a lot in business.
yeah, it has nothing to do with you. But
Yeah.
I will say,
They got a story and a testimonial out of it, and then
move on. Yeah, they got what they
yeah.
wanted and moved on.
Hmm.
But I will say, if I could take back something I spent years doing, it would be feeling guarded and it would be not letting people in. So the fact that you guys are younger and already getting this, amen to you guys because it took me a while.
I'm
So,
old. I don't know what you're talking about.
oh,
You
please.
are
Feeling it.
Oh, please. Here we go with the lies. All right. So, next question. How do
Hold
you,
on, hold on, hold on.
what's that?
Was yours? Well, you said friend, client, and you said
Oh, we're going back
all.
to me? Yeah, no, I actually had on each one of these
Yeah,
levels. So
something.
that's
Yeah,
why I said it put me in a space where I became really jaded But at the same time, I never regretted doing for anybody. Never, even if they were my
Yeah.
worst enemy, only because I it, it wasn't that I was going around going, hey, in fact, most of the businesses I run, and even the people who have probably taken advantage of me, they will tell you one of my things was to privately, if somebody needed something, they were
Hmm.
given it. If somebody, if I found there was a need, I never put my name to it. It was really something secret because it wasn't about me. It's helping someone else. So that's a joy for me to be able to help somebody else. If I have it and I can help somebody else, that's a joy. So I guess that's for me why I don't regret any of the actions, whether I feel I was taken advantage of, screwed, whatever it may be. It's really not my problem. I thought I did what was right. But the fact that it did jade me for a while and I was very, you have begin to have trust issues. You really do not trust everybody that comes in your world. And that's a yes, you have to have that element about you, but I think it's
You do.
better to be more knowledgeable and to be more watchful than to judge the whole world is out to get you, or to think everybody's going to screw you, or just to go through life jaded. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of time and energy, and it takes from you. It doesn't hurt anybody but you if you hold on to it. So if I could let go of one of the things from those experiences, that's what I should have done. It took some
Yeah,
time.
I
It
agree
took
with
some
that.
time, and you get older and you grow. But yeah, I think
I think those experiences are they really are meant to shape us. They really are, we all go through them and we're
right,
supposed to. I think
absolutely.
we're supposed to.
And I honestly don't have any ill will. I don't have any hate or ill will just because I don't want it. I don't want to carry it. I don't. I don't.
Mhm.
I don't. I don't.
There's no need.
I don't have space in my world for it. I don't have the time and energy, nor do I really ever think about them anymore, to be honest. Only when we're bringing them up in conversations
How
like
it should
this.
be.
It's not worth it.
It's just a waste of negative energy that I
That's it.
just don't have. So let's see. How do you rebuild trust after being burned? How about you, Nikki? She's like, I haven't.
It's hard.
I don't
It's
either.
hard.
I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like,
Okay, somebody's blank on this
once
one.
I'm burned, good luck because I'm the kind of person I will give. I give and I give and I give and I give and I give. But then you take advantage of that, that's it.
Yep.
I stop.
But here's the thing, what if you still have to see them? So you set boundaries.
Yeah,
You
yeah, you
make
set
it
boundaries.
I think you stay in your own zone. I think you keep your mindset, you keep everything clear, you don't give them any negative energy, you don't even focus in that direction.
Yeah.
So I think you work on you.
I think it's a you
I,
journey. I really
yeah, I
do. I
think you
don't think
work
it's
on
about the other
you.
person. I think it's
So
about you.
I'm
that's
And
how
like,
welcome.
you feel after being
yeah.
burned.
I mean, because I have been burnt in friendships where I still had to see the person and I can say hello, I can say hi, walk by,
Exactly.
and have a great time. But I do think when it comes to trusting, it's trusting yourself in what you're going to do
Bingo.
next in that
Bingo.
situation.
And just
Yeah.
being more aware and being,
Yeah.
because there are patterns people have when you start to pick up. So um, it becomes easier to tell who you can and cannot let into your world.
Yeah.
So that's how I think building trust
I
um,
think it just comes with experience of
comes with experience
how
and it
you,
comes with you
yeah.
working on you.
Yeah, I think so
Knowing
too.
it's just simply not about them. It's just how you maybe perceive it, or you maybe will have to handle it, live with it, filter it, acknowledge it, set boundaries.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that, even though it had nothing to do with you, I still think it's a you journey because it only
I think so
helps you
too.
grow from that space.
1000%. Yeah, I think so.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's go to the last question. Keira, what boundaries did betrayal force you to build? Well, we just spoke about this a little bit.
Yeah.
Is there one specific boundary?
One specific boundary. I'm not texting you back at 12 o'clock Eastern. If you text me after 5 o'clock, unless we are friends and or family, you are not hearing from me until the next morning. But what I will do, because you decided to do that, I will text you at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning and say, "Hey, I just got your text."
You know, my husband does the same. He's as vengeful as you when it comes to that
I
stuff.
love that.
I mean, you decided you were going to message me at midnight, so now I'm going to message you first thing in the morning, and I hope that your sound is on.
Oh my God, I love it. How about you, Nikki?
That's probably one. Probably the other one is how much I give
Hmm.
in
Hmm.
my packages.
Yeah,
Hmm.
just kind of yeah, monitor that. Right, because you can't
Yeah,
get the world and and give
because
it all
once you get in, it there's some
pretend.
things that come up that they may want to like add on,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, my
no,
pricing was one too.
that's extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's an
Hmm.
additional fee.
Yeah. And well, my yeah, and for
Whereas
me, my
before I would
pricing
have just done
too.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like for me, it was like, okay, let's do this because I know I'm going to stay for a while. So I'll go ahead and give this to you at
Mhm.
this rate. And then, we'll renegotiate down the line. No, we're not renegotiating. We're doing this now. Like
right,
either you're paying me that or it's a no-go.
right, right, right.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. That's actually a good one, Nikki. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That one.
Hmm.
I do think that the boundaries that the betrayal set that force you to build actually, what's the easiest way to put this? So when you're betrayed and you have those boundaries in place, it not necessarily changes your mindset. So I think I'm going to rotate back to mindset. I think it is just a rebuilding of your mindset. I think it is, for me, mine can be as simple as I'm not going to take your call. My phone's going to block you unless I know you, unless you're programmed into my phone, unless you're
Yeah,
somebody I work with, unless you're somebody I want to talk to. I'm not really going to give you that time and energy until I'm ready to. And that means A, whether I want to take you on as a new client, B, how we are, whether our friendship, is growing or not growing. So for me, there's different factors, but I think it's more of allowing to access me and how my mindset is when the people that I do allow to access me engage. So for me, that's
Hmm.
probably the best way to set my boundaries. So a long-term story sums down to this. Those that I want in my world, I allow to access me. Still monitor, still make sure, you've always got to watch out for the reds, the red flags, this or that. But the people that I'm not sure about,
When
there is no access. There literally is no access to me.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So that's a long story short.
that's one
So,
reason why I started using Voxer actually.
oh,
Instead, I don't give my phone number out
very
at all.
smart.
That's
Yeah.
smart. I have a client who does that. Like she does not even, and she is actually doing a really big name conference next month. And they asked what number she could be reached at, and she was like, I don't want to get it. I don't want to. And I'm like,
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm
I blame you.
saying. It's you begin to you're smart enough to find a way to allow people to access you
Mhm.
or not allow them to access you. So I have a really good framework on how to do that. So all of you trying to think about getting in contact with me, you're gonna have to go through a little bit of hoops.
That's right. That's right.
So that was a good conversation. Anything else what we would like to add?
Come
Nope.
join our networking call. I mean, that's,
Nothing on this topic. No. Good conversation. Anything I missed?
Yeah, this was a good one.
Okay.
It's
All right.
important.
I think we covered it from all angles. I think we took it right, left
do
side,
too.
up, down. I think we're good. All right. So let's hop over to Nikki. Where can you find us?
WomenTalkFierce.com and on all social.
Yay. And Miss Keira, what about the podcast?
Spotify, Apple, Amazon, anywhere you can listen to podcasts and YouTube.
Now, I have a question because somebody asked me this the other day. They're like, I went to look for you under WTF. It's actually Women
Women Talk Fierce.
Fierce is what you can find us. However, it is kind of catchy, isn't it? Anyways, so this has been a great talk. Love it, lady. Love the sharing, love the growth, love the experience. This is why three ladies, three different experiences, three stages of life, a roller coaster of laugh, lessons, and loud opinions. And it looked like everybody still remained alive. Your husband's
That's
still
right.
he's
That's
still there.
right.
Anyway, thank
Unfortunately.
you, ladies. Always great to see you.
Bye.